Warning: spoilers for the story of A Way Out follow. The video is best experienced after playing the game. Please support the game and play through the story before watching the video. A Way Out did a lot right upon its release. It has fantastic co-op gameplay with interesting and fun gameplay challenges presented in a slick, split-screen display that creates some jaw-dropping moments. Best of all was its ability to use gameplay to invest players into its story, which eventually culminates in an intensely powerful moment that will likely stand as a prime example of the emotions that can emerge from video game stories. Yet at the same time, when you take a step back and examine the story alone, there are some problems that start to emerge with some of the story beats, and the motivations and thought processes of select characters start to unravel as a believable thought process as a result. Let's take a look at a couple of those moments, starting with the failed deal of the Black Orlov Diamond. This is the event that pretty much drives the entire plot. After this deal, Leo and Vincent both want revenge on Harvey, establishing motivations for both of the main characters, while setting Harvey up as the main antagonist. But the only reason the story of the game gets to play out is due to the police's necessity of obtaining the Black Orlov. They try to interrogate Leo to get some information out of him, but he keeps his trap shut, and the police need the Black Orlov so bad they decide the best course of action is to plant a police officer in the prison he's confined in with the objective of getting close to Leo and getting the relevant information out of him so that Harvey can be tracked down and the Black Orlov acquired. They think this is the only plan that will work, and who else do they send in than the man whose brother was just murdered at Harvey's hands? Now this subsequently allows everything in the game to happen. So it must be that everything that comes after the false imprisonment of Vincent is part of the plan or accepted as a necessary evil. And man, do the police give Vincent a surprising amount of leeway while tracking down Harvey. He does things like assisting a fugitive in escaping from prison, I guess with the intent that he's going to return him there after everything, but stealing a truck from an elderly couple, eluding the cops in said truck during a high-speed chase in which the escaped convict fires shotgun rounds at the officers, and robbing a convenience store in order to obtain cash for an illegal weapon deal. Despite all of this, they never call off the mission, even after Leo and Vincent torture Ray, an American civilian, to hear Harvey's in Mexico. Even after getting this relevant information, what the mission was set up for, the police go even further, helping Leo and Vincent by providing a plane and pilot to fly the duo into Harvey's compound, instead of maybe, returning Leo to prison and building a strategy to raid Harvey's compound in an efficient and effective manner. They instead bank all their hopes on two men and let them attack the compound alone, hoping they can take on Harvey's militia and obtain the Black Orlov. Now, I realize this being a video game story requires a suspension of disbelief, but man, come on. That is one crazy plan. It requires an incredible amount of luck to be successful, and crosses the line of what should be acceptable in a police operation a lot. When you start to consider it, the story really starts to fall apart. Then, there's also the matter of Vincent's duplicity. The game purposefully hides his identity as a cop and manipulates the players into believing he's a criminal, just like Leo. Now it does this in order to make an incredible impact later on, and honestly, if it had been known that Vincent was a cop the entire time, the build up to this moment probably would have been weakened and the impact of the finale lessened as a result. But outside of a few moments that hint Vincent may be hiding something, a prime example being the lack of a flashback when telling Leo of his criminal past with Harvey, there's never really any indication or hints that Vincent is a cop. The best surprises often come when there's little clues along the way that hint of the secret, and when the surprise is revealed, everything comes together in a moment of satisfying clarity. But Vincent's reveal as a cop is a complete surprise due to the lack of clues, and it seems to have very little reason to exist other than the need for a twist that sets the players against each other. However, even with these missteps, the story of the game is ultimately effective in what it sets out to do, which is the most important thing. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide whether these moments are fine just as they are, or if they're too outlandish to make the story worthwhile. In fact, you could just add a little bit of your own story to make everything more palatable. Like, maybe Vincent abandoned the police's plan and went rogue, explaining why he did all those crazy things. Personally, I think the story is fine as it is, just as long as you don't think too much about it. But, until next time, thank you for watching and see you later. Everything that comes after the false imprisonment of Vincent, why the fuck can't I say this, dude? And robbing a convenience store in order to I fucking told you I'm recording, dude. What? I'm working here, dude. Sorry. Yeah. Fuck you.